Hi everyone. So I wanted to talk to you about a new article which has been published by l'Actif, l'Agefil Actif, which is a French newspaper about finance. And one of its articles is about some atypical art assets. And I was interviewed as a specialized lawyer in the field of art law, so a specialized art lawyer, to talk about various instances where some very weird art assets and artworks were sold either at auction or through private sales. One of these cases was the case of an Italian artist who auctioned during I think in May or in June 2021, the first semester of the year 2021, he auctioned in Italy an artwork which was invisible. So apparently provided a certificate of authenticity, but the artwork was invisible. It would just auction nothing. So, and apparently it sold. I have my doubts about who actually bought the artwork, which was invisible, to be honest. Either it was a friend or a connaissance or, someone of his circle, just to increase the sales and to do some sort of marketing coup, which I explained to the journalist who interviewed me, Jonathan Rondelet. And so what do you make of this transparent artwork? I mean, how do you tax it? What do you say to the taxman? Because he made a capital gain on it when he sold it at auction. So I had this kind of interesting conversation with the journalist. And I explained to him that in this case, because there is no artwork, there is no underlying artwork, it's invisible. Therefore, the sale could be actually repealed by a court, since there is no consideration, there is nothing which has been sold. And also from a tax standpoint, the taxman could also contest the validity of a sale, again, because there is no consideration. In exchange of money, nothing has been provided since it's a transparent artwork. So we had this interesting debate. Another example of atypical artworks that this journalist put to me was the Manzoni's piece, which was basically his own feces put into a tin case, and which he sold. That was on the back of the conceptual artworks created by what was his name? The French artist who made his name elapses me, but he basically took a sort of a peace pot, a pot for where men pee, and he turned it into an artwork. And so, and this was the creation of a conceptualized artworks. And it's actually quite an important piece of work because it really is annoying, because I should know this. The guy actually then emigrated to the United States of America. He was a French artist. And so, c'est l'urinoir. Okay, so it's called in French l'urinoir. And again, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of this French artist who then immigrated to the States, but he created the concept of very conceptualized artwork, okay? By just saying, okay, this urinoir, this piece pot is actually a piece of work. And this is now a very famous and quite expensive piece of work, actually. So basically, on the back of this creation of this conceptualized artwork, Manzoni, an Italian artist, created a piece with his own feces. Okay, and so a journalist asked me 2 weeks ago, so what do you make of that? Is that an artwork? Yes, of course it is, because it is indeed weird. But as I said, thanks to the conceptualization of these artworks, created by this French artist, l'urinoir de... I can't remember. Okay, sorry. Then, you know, you can... and Manzoni was quite famous as a futurist. I think he was in the futurist movement and also in Italy. So, yes, there is good provenance. The artist is famous. He's got quite a, you know, good clout basically in the artwork, in the art world, and so that definitely could be, you know, defined as an artwork, and the sale of that, either at auction or in a private sale, would be valid. Another example the journalist gave me was a piece called Air de Paris, which was basically an empty bottle with some air inside, and that was actually sold. He asked me, is that an artwork? Yes, it is. There is a container, which is this glass recipient which contains the air, and therefore it has a title, Air de Paris, Air of Paris, and it's been created by a famous conceptual artist such as Manzoni or this French artist, l'urinoir de... Gosh, I'm so annoyed I can't remember that name. You know, he's really famous, urinoir. Well, and yeah, so basically, if you want to read this article, which is a really good piece of work, it's in French, but it's a very good piece of work about atypical art assets. You can find this on l'Agéphie Actif, and it's dated the 19th of July, 2021. And I highly recommend it. With another bunch of art lawyers I'm interviewed and cited in there. So it gives you, you know, an insight into what lawyers have to sometimes contend with when the artworks they have to work on are quite atypical. Bye for now.